Divine greetings and blessings, everyone. It's me, Medicine Woman Cat or Cat, and I'm here with another video today. The subject is going to be coming out of hermiting mode and re-emerging as that butterfly version of yourself after you have spent time in isolation, in going inwards with self, connecting with the divine, the nature spirits, the ancestors, your guides, whatever it is you've been hermiting and connecting and developing your soul with. Especially, I want to talk about those who are on the shamanic path and you have spent quite a amount of time in the hermiting mode. And I speak from experience. I spent quite a bit of time the last several years actually in hermiting mode. And a lot of the time I spent was in deep relationship with spirit and only spirit. I had many people vibrate out of my life, and I know now that is by, God's design. At the time, I was not really aware of what was happening. I was raising my vibration and elevating myself to a level that many people just couldn't go where I was headed. And so a lot of the time was spent really connecting not only with spirit and the divine, but with nature itself, with nature spirits, the elements of nature. I've spent a lot of time learning from nature, from fire, water, air, and earth. And I spent a lot of time connecting with my angelic realm helpers and spirit animals as well in the shamanic journeying to connect with my spirit animals and totems. So I really spent, I would say, like a good 3+ years in what I call an extreme hermiting phase. And that was done to really sort of like really cultivate and develop my soul so that I can really ascend to the point to where I'm at right now, essentially. And so right now I find myself really ready, right, to be thrust out into the world. I've spent so much time elevating and ascending and learning and all of these things. And when you walk the shamanic path, oftentimes it is alone, at least in the beginning or the phases of development, so that when you're ready to go out and be in the world, you have crafted so much knowledge and wisdom and so much discernment of spirit, which is essential when you are putting yourself out in the world. And also the energetic protection and the holding by the divine and spirit that takes place when you're in that moment of hermit time is really, really important. I really don't think you could, really discount that phase of development. I know a lot of you want to be out and, join groups and be amongst people. And yes, that's a beautiful thing, especially when you're walking in your purpose and you have discernment to ascertain who is meant for you and who is not. That is really important. And I really had to learn a lot of hard lessons. Some of those lessons were definitely sharpening my discernment of spirit. That's an important step, because you can't go out in the world when your discernment is very low. You don't know when your intuition is low, right? When your connection with the divine is low, because then you don't have the protection, right? You don't understand who to let in your field and who not to, and to what capacity and things like that. And so a lot of the things that I'm doing now, people are like, oh, who is she just popping on the scene? I'm not just popping on the scene. I've actually I've been here. I've been here, but I've been mostly with me in spirit, right? Working and learning and growing and doing the work for myself so that I can be of service in the best way possible for humanity, basically. I know why I'm here. I'm a light worker. I'm a chosen one. I'm an earth angel. And so with that comes a heavy responsibility. We don't walk the same way in this world that other people do. Oftentimes there is a lone path that's associated with the shamanic path or the medicine person. I have a video on my YouTube that talks about it basically talks about, yes, the great alone is what we call it in Indigenous culture. Check out that video if you're currently in that hermiting, set apart, isolating, in the dark stage, right? Because really you're in the dark. Anything that grows into something must start in the dark. So going back to the beginning of my video, I talked about the caterpillar to the butterfly. The caterpillar grows in the dark in its cocoon. Plant life grows in the dark in the soil. So the same applies to your spirit, especially the shamanic path spirit. So I don't want you to give up on yourself. I don't want you to feel like there's something's going wrong, because this is a very important time to cultivate yourself and to understand that it is temporary. When a lot of people also have vibrated out of your life, out of also, you know, divine protection, and also you raising your vibration and all of these things, there's a point where you may be alone, but I want you to know that's temporary. When you have reached that inner alignment within yourself, you then begin to attract aligned souls. And these are people that are very different from the groups of people that have vibrated out of your life, right? So there is a light at the end of this dark tunnel. No shaman is made in complete joy, love, light, and bliss. That doesn't happen. The shamanic path is not for everyone. It has its challenges, and only a strong soul can forge forward in this type of thing. But I just wanted to leave you some encouragement. If you're in a hermit stage or you're coming out, also want you to be proud of yourself for coming out. You're now ready for the medicine the world needs from you. Don't be afraid. You got it. I know you might be nervous about whatever you're putting out in the world, whatever your special medicine is, but just know that the divine says you are ready. This is my confirmation if you've been wondering. You are ready now, and do it even though you're afraid, because what you're going to see on the other end of that is definitely rewarding and satisfying. So take a look at some of the videos I made about a year and a half ago. There's videos on the importance of darkness and what that teaches you. There's videos on the hermiting stage. There's videos on the isolation stage. These are all important to understand, because you really can appreciate the world card, so to speak, as much as when you have been in a hermiting stage and you come out of that. So yeah, let me know if you have any other topics that are related to this that you may want me to speak on, or even send me in some questions and answers. I can do a questions and answers video. That would be a really good idea. I haven't done anything like that in a while. So yeah, you guys, it was on my heart to talk about that. And if you like my content, I am an Afro-Indigenous medicine woman, amongst other things. And my content is mostly about, people who are interested in high vibrational living, ancestral remembrance, Indigenous cultural preservation. But most people know me as an Indigenous healer and sacred love coach. But really, I'm just here to support you on this path in life. If you resonate with my energy, hit the subscribe button, share the video to someone who you feel might benefit from the information I share, and make sure your notifications are set to on so you know when I upload new videos. Until the next one, peace, love, and bliss.